Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Charlie Stevens. Thanks for joining me for another guitar lesson. So, we're learning how to read music on the guitar at this portion of our basic guitar lesson videos. Please, if you haven't followed those yet, please take a look at those. This information in this video is directly tied into that. So we've learned how to read music on our first two strings, which of course are the E string. High E, that is called the first string, and the second string is called the B string. Okay, and we can play this very simple version of this melody on just those two strings. And I'm guessing this is a pretty familiar song for most, so I think this will be a good one to use for practice for your reading. Okay, so let's get right into it. I'm going to show you how to play this now, the basic melody. Okay, uses only the notes that we have on the open position of these two strings. Nice and easy. Okay, so it starts out with 3 E notes. Jingle bells. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that third one is actually a longer note called a half note. So we're not going to play anything on beat 4. We're going to allow that string to ring throughout beats 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We actually do that twice in a row. Jingle bells, jingle jingle all the way. Okay, so after our first two measures of all E, we go jingle all the way. Okay, so that's E on beat 1, then it jumps up to the G note here on the 3rd fret of high E. Jingle all, then we jump down here to the C note, which is located on the 1st fret of our 2nd string. All the, and then we go up 1 whole step, which means 2 frets, if we recall that terminology, right? A whole step from C brings us to the note D here on the 3rd fret. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's that measure. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the next measure is just an open E for all 4 counts. And that one, see how it looks kind of like a half note, but without the stem? Those are whole notes, right? And that's why you only see 1 note in that measure, because that 1 note gets the whole measure. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Next we go into an F note. 1, 2, 3, 4. That measure is just F, right on the beat. 4 quarter notes of F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. The next measure starts with F2, so we're actually going to play that note 5 times in a row. This is a little bit tricky to play because it goes over the bar line, right? We would expect something to change when we get to beat 1. In this case, beat 1 is still the F note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. The chord actually changes there. 1, 2, 3, 4. It would be an F. 1, 2, 3, 4 to a C chord. 1 with with still an F note in the top. So that's why that part is perhaps a little bit trickier than the rest of the song, because there's an F over a C. Kind of a pretty sound, but also a bit unusual. So don't let that part trip you up. It's going to be 5 Fs in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. Instead of calling this one 5, I'll call it 1 though, because it's the beginning of our next measure. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 4, 1, 2. Okay, then we have sort of the same thing happen. We go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay, where the note changes on beat 2. So we played the F on beat 1, and then we have all open E. 2, 3, 4, and then we hold that open E for the first beat of the next measure. Again, just like we did last time. 1, still open E. 2, back to the D on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 1 is open E. 1, 2, 3, D, D, and then 4, back to the open E string. 1. Okay, and then the next measure we go back to D for a half note. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we jump up to that G. That's the part that would be like 1 horse open sleigh, hey, right? Perhaps not even really a melody note. That could be somebody else singing along the hey part. I include that, though. I think that's sort of an important note. Hey. Okay, so this is probably the trickiest part of the song technique-wise, because we're on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and the very next note is on the 3rd fret of the 1st string. So we're going to do what's called a finger roll. I'm going to use the tip of my 3rd finger when I play the D note, and then I'm going to flatten my finger and roll the finger down. I don't have to pick it up and replant it on my 1st string. I'm just going to allow it to roll down, okay? We have a video of that on this channel as well called Finger Rolls. If that's a brand new concept for you, please watch that video. But I'm going to assume that you're familiar with that video, and we'll do a finger roll here. Sleigh, hey. Okay, and then we're pretty much going to repeat what happens before. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a... Okay, this is where it gets a little bit different. 1 horse open sleigh. To ride in a 1 horse open sleigh. First time it does that, second time it goes, oh, what fun it is to ride in a 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, so it jumps up to this high G again. 2. That's on the 3rd fret of the 1st string, of course. 1, 2. Then we go down to the F note. 3. And then the D, it skips over the open E string, so it's sort of like we're going through all our notes, but we're not going to hit that one. To D, straight to D. And we keep moving down. This time it does go to the very next note that we have available. C. And then we're done. There is the whole verse part, the dashing through the snow, and we're not going to talk about that part today, mainly because we would need more than just these 2 strings. So leave a comment if you'd like to learn how to play that part, and as we learn more of our strings, we can dig into that part as well. But I just wanted to choose a very simple tune for you that hopefully is very familiar to most of you, and now you can see what that looks like when it's written down in music. So please follow along and practice your reading, and thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Have a great day.